Hello, it's Sally here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. And today I'm going to be working on a little stitchery. It's just something basic that I thought I'd do. I've got a notebook and I put all of my little scribbles down in it and ideas and whatnot. And if I can find it. Oh, okay, it's there. I just had a little scribble and thought I would do a butterfly. Now this can be, I'm going to put this into my stitch journal. It's one of my pages for my stitch journal, which I'm completing throughout the year. But you can also use it for, you can frame it, you can do a little hanging, wall hanging, or you can even stick it onto a greetings card to give somebody. I do this quite often. I've got blank greetings cards and you can stick them onto those. So there's lots of different ideas you can do for this, but I'm going to put mine, as I say, into my stitch journal. So that's the design that I'm going to be working on today. So I'm just going to put that over there. And I've already gathered some of my bits and pieces, and I have made, I'm going to use some Suffolk puffs. I have made 3 already, and these are going to be the wings of the butterfly. I've made 3 and I thought I'd keep one back so that I can show you how I've made them. And I've done them 2 different sizes. That one's slightly smaller. For the body, I'm going to be using a little sewing bobbin, I don't know, whatever they are. This is just like a cardboard tube, and then it's got like vintage sewing threads around it. The sewing threads aren't that strong, so I don't sew with them, but I do like to use them, so I'm going to be using that. You could also just use a bit of fabric for the body, or if you have something else, some wool maybe, you could put some strands of wool there. Lots of different ideas. I've also got that as well, which I like. I was just playing around with a design that I saw, and I thought, oh, how does that work? And it's a bit like it's a buttonhole wheel stitch, and then you just carry it around and round and round. So I was just having a practice, and that's a reverse one as well, but I wasn't very good at that one. But I quite like that, and I'm wondering whether to use that as the 4th wing. But we'll see as we go along. I'm going to pop that to one side. That's this is the base of what I'm going to be using. This is an old piece of of napkin that I've cut up. It's still got an embroidery on there, so I'm going to save that for another project or to use on something else. But I've just cut my size. My size is 5 by 7 inches, which is about 12.5 centimetres by approximately 18.5 centimetres. So it's a little bit more than 7 inches actually, but I might trim that down. I didn't realise I'd cut it so large. I thought I'd cut it at 7, but never mind. So there's that. I've got a little bit of a backing fabric. It's just a piece of calico, what we would call calico. Calico canvas type thing. I don't know what we call it, calico in this country anyway. And that's going to go on the back. I may cut that down because I don't want it to be seen through the little holes in the fabric, but I may stitch the holes anyway, so then you wouldn't be able to see it, but it may have to be cut down. But it's just to give it a little bit more stability on the fabric. So I've chosen some fabrics already. They're kind of like pinks and greens, and I've chosen a couple of others to make my 4th excuse me, my 4th Suffolk puff with. I'm not sure what colour to go with, whether to go with, if I do them separately, you can see I quite like that. It's a bit bubbly, that is. I thought it was cotton, but maybe it's not cotton. So that was one of the ideas. Or there's that one, which kind of goes well, doesn't it? And I was thinking, if I cut that out and pop that on top of the Suffolk puff, then that would go. So I'm probably going to go for that green one. So let's get started anyway. I want to edge the other 2 sides, so I might use the pink on that actually, and just edge those 2 sides. So we'll see how we get on. So Suffolk puffs. I have 2 sizes, one's slightly smaller. I just use whatever I can find. They work out, if you are cutting a piece of fabric that size, they're roughly about half. They work out about half of the diameter of your circle. So however big you want your Suffolk puff, you kind of go double. If that makes sense. Yeah, it's about right. It's about 3 inches, and that's about 1.5. So yeah. So I'm working on my small. I've done 2 big ones and 1 small one. So I'm working on my smaller one. So I'm going to use this tin for my template. If I can find my pencil, which has gone. I only had it a minute ago, and it's disappeared. Okay. Right. So just flip it around it. Okay. Put those over there now. There's a couple of ways of doing a Suffolk puff. You can just do it raw edge, which is what these are here, where you can see the raw edge. I like this effect because I think it looks a little bit more vintagey and a bit more rough. I just like it like that, and also it closes the gap. If you what you can also do is to get one of these, you just sew around the raw edge like that. But you can also turn your Suffolk puff over just the edge and stitch it like that, so you get a neater edge. They create, let me just see if I've got some to show you. Okay, that's the one where I've turned it over, and you can see you get a hole in the middle almost. So that's the one where it's raw. You can kind of draw them a little bit closer together, and that's the one that isn't. So they're the 2 types you can have, but I'm working with the raw edge today. So all I'm going to do is just do a running stitch all the way around as close to the edge as I can get. And just go all the way around. I'm going to have to pull that through. How are you all today? Hope you're all well. You're finding time to stitch, do a little bit of stitchery. Oh, got my finger stuck. It's a lovely sunny day here in England, in Leicestershire. In fact, we've had a few sunny days now, and I've seen on the forecast that it's going to last all week really. So that's nice. Right. So gone all the way round. I'm just going to pull this out into a circular shape and then pull it tight. And as you can see, it comes together quite easily, and it kind of fills up that gap that the other one didn't. Now what I like to do is I like to secure it quite well. So I will just kind of do a running stitch all the way around the centre, just to keep it in. It also kind of almost puckers it up and everything, which that's how I kind of like my Suffolk puffs, kind of like vintagey and kind of like they've already been washed and worn and pulled out of shape, if you like. But there, so as you can see, when I lay it flat, that's not quite central, I suppose. If you want them perfect, then you can still do them perfect, but that's just the way that I prefer them for my projects. I also, at this stage, would usually iron them all and press them so they were all quite flat and crease, the creases will stay in, but I'll probably iron it at the end. Just press them down for now. But I like them to look vintagey, even though they're not vintage. So they're my 4 wings for my butterfly. I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is cut this out and just see how, if at all, I can stitch it on. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave a little edge because I'm going to hopefully tuck this fabric phrase quite a lot. So let's see if I can tuck it under and put it on top of the Suffolk puff. It might not look very good. I suppose I could use it as a flower actually, couldn't I? See what I was thinking. I mean, I'm going on all about that, but you won't be able to see it if I put this on top. But that's what I was kind of thinking. If I go all the way around like that. So there'll be that one there, that one there, that one there. Perhaps I should do it as a flower instead or something, or I don't know. No, I've tried it and I didn't like it. So that was just an idea that I had, but I wasn't too keen. So we've got our... just put on my chair closer, sorry. Right, so I'm thinking I'm having this landscape orientation rather than portrait orientation. I just think it fits better, and then my words are going to go here. Did I tell you about my words? Did you see them on the first thing? Well, I've written them out twice because one day I'll fly away. I thought that would be quite nice to put on. I did them once and then I thought, I think they're a little bit too small. So I've done them again. So kind of one day I'll fly away. I think that would just probably fit in this little section here, in this size. So I did them a little bit bigger. It's just my handwriting, just as I can't scrolled away, wrote away. So that's they're my words anyway. I like to put words onto a piece. Right, so let's get stitching anyway. Oh yes, okay. I've also picked out some threads because it's a lovely bright sunny day here and everything. I thought I'd go brights. So let me just take those out because they're not going with it. So I've picked out some brights. Bright colours. That's a fluorescent one. They're just like the DNCs. Is that? Oh, I don't know why I've got that one out. Oh, that's. I was going to use that as the body, but then I found that one that kind of shows it's been used up more and it's got more of the writing in, so that's why that one was there. That, and then I've got these here. Now these, I've got quite a few of these. Well, I've got probably about 10 maybe, all different colours. I don't know what fabric they are because it doesn't say. It just says made in Pakistan, embroidery thread. It feels quite silky. Let me open it up. It's all taped down. Oh, it's just, oh, okay, no, it's not, it's like that. Oh, and then you've got your, it doesn't say what the composition the thread is, but it feels quite silky. I don't think it is. I wouldn't have thought it was silk. But I don't know. Is that the end? I'm Trying to get the end. That's annoying. It feels as though that's the end and it should come undone. Ah, there you go. I just wasn't doing it right. Yeah, so this is quite a bright orange, and it feels silky, but I suppose it could be rayon or something like that. I don't know what it's like to stitch with, but I thought that would be quite nice. It's shiny, and then I've got a pink one to match. Let's just stick. Oh, not coming off. Okay, there. Yeah, and I've got a pink one, which there you go. Once you've got the neck, it's easy. Yeah, so I've got a pink one as well. I thought they would be nice. If they're okay to sew with. They might be a nightmare to sew with. I don't know. We'll give it a go and see. But they're quite thin as well, so I'm not sure. We'll see. But I've got these ones as well to use. And I thought I'd go bright. So I am going to start with a pink. I'm going to take that off because I'm going to sew these on first. We'll just get them positioned. Once I like that, then once that's on, it kind of looks like a butterfly. So let me just get some pins. Kind of overlapping them slightly. I think they need to be spread out a little bit more. That doesn't look right. Something's not right. Maybe they don't need to be spread out. It's just looking a little bit clumpy. I don't like it. Right, let's spread them out. Yeah, I think they need to be spread out. Okay, so that one there, that one there, and there. That one. Yeah. Ah, no. I've gone too far to the edge because I want to put an edge on there. Oh, dear me. Let's start again. Right, come in a little bit more. Yes, that. Moving them again. Yes, right. let's try and right, and then I've still got space. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put that to one side. I'm just going to trace my letters. Okay, so this is just a normal piece of paper and pencil, and this is tracing paper, but you can also use freezer paper, is it? Or I think it's called freezer paper. So all you do is go over your lines in pencil. Just thinking how I'm having it on my thing, on my piece. So I'm having one day aisle, and then fly away is going to be on the same line, I think. If it will fit. Fly. Right, back with this, then I can just see how much space I've got. So one day, aisle, right, so it'll have to be one day, I'll fly, and then away will be down here, away, that's how it'll go, so there'll be 4 lines. Okay, but I know that I can fit it on there, so that was the point of doing that. Okay, so I'm going to take that away, and I'm going to stitch these down. I'm going to start with this bright pink. Or let's try, I'll tell you what, let's try one of these just to see what it's like. I might really not like sewing with it because it is quite thin. That's the only problem. I'm going to double it up. See, I'm going to go around the edges. I'm going quite close. The stitches are quite close because I want it to be seen. It's not too bad. It's not too bad actually. I have got all the colours. Let me just I've got a green and I've got that yellow as well. Is that too goldy? Also got, I've got a blue, but it's not. What was this? There's another green. Is that the same? That's a bit darker. No. All the others are quite muted. There's that kind of. Oh, there's orange. Oh, hang on. It's orange. Okay. And the others are really dark and muted, and there's a light pink and a dark pink, but they're not really the right colours. But those not quite bright enough. I want to go bright. That orange is quite nice as well. The green, I don't know. Let's put those out of the way for now. Oops, I might have just knocked you. Sorry. Okay, let's carry on with this. Yeah, I don't mind this actually. It's not too bad to sew with. If anyone knows anything about these, please let me know. Let me just show you that again. Chikan embroidery thread, SA Traders, made in Pakistan. I'm thinking something to do with like saris and stuff, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's a mystery. But if anybody knows anything, please pop it in the comments. I've got to say, it is nice to sew with. It's going through really smoothly, so it could be silk, I suppose. I don't mind that at all. I mean, the only problems I'm having are what I'm causing myself because I've doubled it up. Because it's a thin thread, I want to be able to see it. That's why I've doubled it up. But if I was doing it with just one strand, I wouldn't have that problem. Right, well, what I think I might do is I might finish these off camera, just because you don't want to see me do all 4 of these. So I'm going to do them all different colours though. So I'll probably do pink on that one maybe. Should I stay with these ones or not? Am I bringing different colours in? I mean, the green one's okay, isn't it? I suppose I could, let's open the green and have a look at the green. Can't see where the end of the tape is on this one. Oh, it's going to come off. Yeah, the green's quite nice. I don't think the orange isn't saying anything to me, and that yellow isn't saying anything to me. So going to use those. It doesn't matter if I double up one of the colours, although I suppose I could use that on one. Possibly that on one as well. Those 4 colours, yeah, they clash lovely, don't they? I can't say they go well together. Well, they do go well together because they clash so well. If that's the word, if that's the right thing to say, but I don't know. But yeah, so those I think I'm going to use for the butterfly wings. Okay, that's the decision made. So I'll go off camera and do those, and then I will come back and show you how. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. No, I won't. I will do those off camera. I'm going to show you now how I trace my letters onto my fabric. So I've done them that way. So what I have to do is you have to turn the reverse over and then go over them again, reverse, on the reverse. Like that. So one day, okay. Then you put it on the right way round onto your fabric where you want it, and then you write over again, making sure to press on. Quite hard. Press on quite hard, sorry. Okay, 1. Okay, so there you go, there's your letters. You just go over them a little bit. I'm going to do this in thick thread, so it won't matter that I'm writing on a pencil, because you won't be able to see it. Okay, so one day, and then I'll do owl, fly, away. So I'll do that off camera as well, now that I've shown you how to do it, how I do it. And then I will be sewing those in these threads here because they're a bit thicker. So that's it, yes, because then, oh no, I've got a green. Well, I was thinking they're the same colours, but they're not quite the same colours. I've got a yellow, an orange, a green instead of the blue, and a pink. But I think they'll kind of go. So that is my plan. I will go away and just finish off this sewing, and I will be back shortly. Right, so I've now sewn on my foot puffs using the bright threads that I had, the orange, the green, the pink, and I used that yellow. I think that was it. Yes, yeah. So I've used those. They're all sewn on now, and I have started to. Well, I've just about finished now to stitch over my words. So I just put them on as I showed you, and then I've just going to show you. It really is just a tiny little back stitch. They're not actually that tiny, to be honest, because the words are a little bit bigger. It was quite easy to do. They weren't teeny tiny back stitches, so just finish this Y off. The only thing is, the colours haven't come through quite as bright as I thought they would. I thought this peach would be a little bit brighter, but I'm going to see what it looks like when I've finished. If it doesn't look bright enough, then I might go over it with the brighter, because the colour that I've used isn't the bright one, the thin one. It's this. I've used 2 strands of this, which it isn't. You can see it isn't quite as. It's very near to that colour, but it's not quite as bright as that colour. So I may go over with the bright colour, just to give it a little bit of a zing. But it may be okay when I'm finished with it. We'll see how it goes. Just trying to see the pencil marks. I don't really want to make any more pencil marks, but I can't see them. I was hoping they kind of fade after a bit. I think it's with all of the handling of the fabric and everything that it's kind of rubbed off a little bit, but it's something like this. Is it just the light? I'm just going to take it away for a second. No, just seeing if it was the light that's shining, and I just couldn't see the letters. Just about see that pencil mark there. So, there we go. Anyway, I'm just tie this off. Scissors. There we go. Okay. Take that away. Right, what I thought I would do now is, with the bright yellow, this is the fluorescent-y type bright yellow, I'm going to go through the holes of the fabric that are already there, just weave in and out, see what that looks like. Seems a shame not to do anything, as they're there. So just weaving in and out of the holes. I mean, it's not going to be too in your face, but I quite like that. I was just sat in the conservatory just stitching these, and the sun's now come round. It's too hot in there, so I've had to move away. It's the trouble with conservatories, they're too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter. Right, nearly there on one side. I think I'm going to go down the other side as well. We've got a little bit of a cross going on here, so I'll go up there. Ouch. Okay, and then I'll just weave my way up to that top. I don't know whether I've got enough thread actually. I might need, may just do it, I'm not sure. Give it a go. I suppose I could have done a different colour. I've lost the holes, I can't see where the holes are. There's got to be one there. By doing this, I suppose it catches the backing fabric that I've got on. So I won't need to cut it, I don't think. I'm going to make it to dry. I might not be able to knot it. Right, I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to cover that bit up anyway. Can I knot it? See if I can just do a little. I'll have to cut it before I take the needle out. I've got a little knot there. I don't know how secure it'll be, but it'll be covered up because I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to use some of this to go along the bottom, but it's not bubbly that side. I think it's a synthetic material, this, because it's all bubbly on that side for some reason. So I'm thinking just to go across there and then there. I think that will finish it off nicely. So let me get some scissors. Just cut a strip. Right, pins. Okay, let's see. That's quite a pretty edge, that scallop. I might just leave that. So I'm just going to turn two. I'm going to finger press it first. I should iron it, but can't. Have to get my iron out. So we'll just finger press all the way along. Okay, that will do. Oh, I must put the body of my butterfly on as well. Mustn't forget that. I'll do that last because of the bulk of it. I don't want it catching what else I'm sewing. One more. Make sure it's straightish. It's not gone through. Okay. Snip that off there. Then what I'll do is I could have pinned that actually. That's not right. Ouch. Right, it's too deep. I'm just going to take that off a second. Start again. Right. Just want to catch it so that it covers both sides. I've done it the wrong. I know I've done it wrong. I should have. I know. I think I've done it wrong. That's right. Anyway, that's okay. I think I did it the long way round, but hey ho. Okay, so how thick was that? Go there. Right. Don't need so much. Something like that. A tiny bit more, just to. Okay. That over there. This here. Right, I'm just trying to think what kind of edge I want. So I've got a scalloped edge there, but I've got nothing here. Shall I do that? Like that. Not too much. There. Like that, and I'm hoping if I took that over, it will catch. Ouch. How many times do we stab ourselves with these pins? Hello, Maggie. She's come to see what I'm up to. Oh, she's looking out the window. It's my dog, not my child or anything, or a human. Just being nosy, aren't you, Mags? Hey? What are you doing? I think it's a bit too hot for her at the moment. There we go. So that just needs stitching down. So I will stitch in, what colour shall we use? I don't feel the need to do a contrast. I think just white. I think. No, let's go for it. Let's do yellow. Let's do the colours. I'm just going to do one strand though, rather than double it up. Okay, let's go for it. This is just a not running stitch, sorry, like a whip stitch, I suppose. Whether I can do it. No, I can't do it like that. I've got to stab it rather than work on top, just because it's a bit thick. So I've got all those layers. If you can hear a murmuring in the background, that's my husband. He's on the phone. So we both work from home. He's still working. Oops. Oops. I feel really summery doing this one. I love the colours on it. I don't always go for bright colours, but I've seen a couple of people used them just recently. I think it was Sarah from Roxy's. She did one of her pouch in brights. I thought that looked absolutely gorgeous. So that was kind of one of my inspirations. And also there's another lady in Australia, and her name is Beck. I'm just trying to think of her. It's So B, isn't it? I think it's So B. She's got a shop as well, and but she does YouTube as well. And she uses some lovely brights. So when I was gathering my supplies together, I immediately thought of their work. Kind of keep different boxes with different patterns and things in. So these all came from my Brights box. I've got like an English country garden box, French chateau box, a granny chic box. So if I feel like doing something then in that style, then I know where to go. I feel as though I've got a knot somewhere. And we've got the neighbour mowing the lawn now. You might not be able to hear it, you might just be able to hear the ticking clocks, which I've been told are quite loud on the video, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm sat right next to, well, not right next, probably about four foot away from one. I haven't got a door on my room. It's just an archway, so I pick up a lot of sounds when I'm filming, but like I say, not a lot I can do about it. It's either put up with the ticking or don't put up, or don't film, basically. So they're my two choices. So we have to put up with the ticking clock. When I say clock, there's lots of clocks. We've got lots of ticking clocks in the house, but the one that you can probably hear, I can hear 3 actually. The noisiest one is the grandfather clock that's sat 4 foot away from me. But like I say, I can't do anything about it. It's not actually the noisiest one in the house. It's just the noisiest one that we can hear here. The noisiest one in the house is in the kitchen, which isn't that far away. That's why I can hear it. It's an old school clock, like a Victorian-y type one. It's an old one anyway. It might even be Georgian, I'm not sure. It's a wind-up one. So like I say, this one is going to go into my stitch journal. I'm doing, I've got a journal, and when I say journal, it's a book that a journaly book that I've made, that I'm just sticking my works in that I'm doing throughout the year. Because I make so many, I can't have them all on the wall, and they were getting discarded. They were just in a box, you know, just didn't know what to do with them, some things. So decided at the beginning of the year I would make a journal. I'll show you in a minute. You've probably seen it already if you've been watching my videos for a while. And every so often I will do a little stitchery and it will be placed in there. And then it's just some, you know, it's a keepsake, I suppose, and I can refer back to it, you know, in future years, what I was doing. It's also kind of like a documentation of the progress that I'm making as well, because you know, I'm learning as I'm going along. I learn from other YouTubers. It's so interesting to watch other people. Christine from Create and Craft with Christine and the Roxy sisters. It's lovely to watch. Annie from Art of Arty Annie, and Christy, who's in Australia, so Bits AU, Martha in the US. I'm trying to think of everybody that I really like and watch, and I've probably forgotten some people, but and you're learning all the time, and I just think it's a nice record of what I'm stitching now, today, and then also in, you know, I can look back in the future and see how my tastes have changed, and also how I stitch has changed. Because you're always being influenced, you're kind of on a journey all the time. That's how I feel anyway, and this is a journey for me. I suppose it's been documented in YouTube videos as well. So yeah, it would be nice to look back in a few years' time and just see what, you know, what I think of it then. Right, so that's my the body of my butterfly. I'm going to just take some of this thread off because I'm going to use it to sew the butterfly on. And I'm just going to, with a glue stick, just secure that down so it doesn't come out. So just put a tiny bit of glue on, and then hopefully it will just stick down. Right, so we're nearly there, aren't we? Here's my thread. I have to be gentle with this because I tried to use these threads. I've got a few of them, and I pulled at it and it just kept snapping away. So they're not that robust. I'm going to have it that way with the writing, like that, and then I'm going to go, yeah, over the body. So hopefully I've got enough. I haven't done that much thread actually. What I'm going to do is I'm just catching the threads down by the side as well, so hopefully that will, can you see? I don't know whether you can see or not. My needle has gone through the threads. I suppose I could go through the cardboard, but I'm going to come up here and save on the thread because there isn't that much. I should have pulled out a little bit more, but hey ho, that's fine. That's going to work. There we go. Okay, so that's on. Once this is in my book, it's not going to be played around with or anything, so it's not as if it's going to become loose. Okie dokie. We just need some little antenna. On my little picture, did I? No, all I did was, on my drawing, I just did a little curl and a straight, a little curl and a straight. Kind of like that. In what colour shall we do? Let's do this blue. I've got some of this left over. I'm going to use, I think there's probably there 4 strands left? There's about 4 strands, I think, there. So if I can get those through this needle, I need a big, oh, look at that. Woohoo! It's gone through. Doesn't happen often. Usually struggling. I have to get my bigger needle, but never mind, it's gone through this time. Luck is with me. So I'm going to start up here actually. It's quite long, this thread. Just do a few swirls. I suppose I could put a bead. I'm trying to be careful. I should have done it before, you see. I'm catching. Got to put a bead on there, I suppose, but I'm going to do a spiral now. I think that will be okay. I'm not very good at making things even, so these are probably going to be wonky, or one's going to look different. Well, they're both going to look different, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that's one. And the other one is going to start about there. I'm going to try and mirror it as best I can, but I think I might need an extra stitch at the base. Oh, what's happened there? Just faintly see my pencil marks. They're not very clear, but it's just giving me a little bit of a guide. You could also use a friction pen if you're so inclined, and could then go and iron it off. Right, this is where I'm going to become a little bit stuck, I think, because I can't get my circle to go around, my curl to go around. I think it might have a bit of a pointy bit on. Just, I don't know. Okay, oops. Right, okay, well, they're not even. No, they're not even at all, but I'm just going to feed this down here. I'm going to put an extra stitch at the base of each one because I think it just needs it. Or even 2. Once it's laying flat, you won't see them, but oops. I don't know, maybe one will be fine, I think. Like that. Oh dear. Okay. Let's knock that off and see. There we go, that's done. So, little butterfly. One day I'll fly away. I suppose I could do something in the blank spaces as well, put a few little dots, I don't know. Little thread beads maybe, just a bit of decoration. Does it need it? Does it need it, or is it overkill? I'm going to leave it. I may have a look at it again and just think. I'm going to look at it for a bit. I might put some thread beads on, which are just like little satin stitches all in a cluster. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it. I think it looks okay like that. So this is my stitch journal for 2024, and it's got all my little stitcheries in that I've done so far this year, or some of them, not all of them. I won't go through all of them because I'm going to go through them all at the end of the year. So this will be this page here. What I'm going to do is glue it in. And do you know what I've got? I've got one of these. So it's May now, isn't it? May, and it's I want to say the 9th. I'm looking for a 0, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9th of May. Ugh, I've got ink all over me. So I'm going to have that on. I'll try and get this right at the top. Yeah, 9th of May 2024. And then that will, I'll make sure that it doesn't overlap it, but don't want to touch it too much now. I've got ink on my hands. Yep, so that's going to go in my page anyway today, for today's date. So that is that. I'm just going to take it out while that ink dries and pop that over there. And then, so yeah, that's all done. Oh, look, I've got black on. Don't know what that is. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed watching me do my little butterfly, and I hope to see you again soon. So take care. Bye bye.